here on the edge of Bald Mountain Lake, Bald Mountain Pond, and it is within moments of sunrise, but we have this kind of misty in the distance, low cloud cover this morning, so we're not going to get to see a sunrise. It's just going to get progressively lighter, but it should be like right there, right about now. It's a very peaceful night. I was in the shelter by myself, or not in the shelter, but at the shelter by myself. And a lot of loons calling across the lake various times around, the first hour or so after dark, even a couple hours in. Also, what sounded like either coyotes howling or the loons make a sound that's similar to that. And I don't think it's wolves. I don't think they have wolves up here. But definitely something like howling. And then also the loons also make a call that sounds like high-pitched frantic laughter, I'm gonna assume. It's loons. That's all that the bird ID was able to identify, and certainly they wouldn't tell me if it was wolves or coyotes or lynx or whatever other critters are out here that make similar yelping and howling sounds. But yeah, it's mist is forming on the pond out that way, but no go on the sunrise this morning. Also no go on the moose. There were comments in Far Out that there were moose that came here in the morning and the evening, but I have not seen any such thing yet. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, because it's empty and weighs nothing. Some odds and ends here. The rest is over here where I had my hammock set up. I was between those two trees. So as you can see, I'm almost all packed up. This is exciting. Let's see if there's a dry crossing. Oh good, log and rocks. Yeah, that looks doable, because that is super deep right there. Not diving deep, but definitely swimming deep. So I had someone verify the weather forecast for the day from other sources and confirmed that there's like a 30% chance of rain from noon to 4 today in the area I'm walking. I'm making such good time this morning, and I got an early enough start that possible I could get away with not getting rained on. But a lot of stars would have to align for that to happen. But yeah, super flat today. Sometimes rocky and rooty, but not such that you can't just cruise right over it. I saw a giant moose print. Holy cow, look at these. 1, 2 right there. The rest of them all look like human feet. But still, I've not seen one in person yet. The comments say ankle deep. The description says as deep as waist deep at times. Be careful with the current. I'm gonna give it a shot at this narrow spot here. I'm pretty sure I can rock hop this, especially with sticks. It gets pretty deep between those two large boulders, but I think I can lever myself across with my hiking poles in the water. Step 1, unbuckle, so that if you do go down, you can get out of your pack. The other one was balancing across that log, which also looks doable just because it looks shallow enough to where you can put your sticks down and then get a 3-point balance. It looks really deep back there. Made it to Horseshoe Camp, lean-to, shelter. I've got pine needles all down my shirt. I flipped my hat down and all these pine needles fell out too, so I'm covered in these little prickly tree whiskers. Taking a short break here. This is 8.9 miles from where I left this morning, and I did it in 3.5 hours. At this pace, I should get to the pickup point for Monson by 1 to 1:30, depending on how long I take my break here, which is good because the rain window is from 12 to 4. And all right, so I will eat some snacks and get back on trail. It's been a lot of this all day. We've just been following this big stream. I don't know if it's a creek or a river, but the trail has just been going alongside it for a few miles now, it seems like. Still about 5 miles away. Maintaining a very good, like, fast packing pace. For me, for this terrain, or because of this terrain. There's another shallowish river crossing. All right, sandals on. It's one of those catch-22s. If I spend the time putting my sandals on and that causes me to get caught in the rain, I get soaked to the bone later anyway, and I have wet shoes. But if I skip the sandals and just get wet shoes, I may save enough time not to get caught in the rain. Well, I'm across. That was quick and painless. This is what the pack towel's for. Let's stop for some trail magic back there. It set me back about 30 minutes from where I was on my schedule. Still hasn't rained yet, but I've exposed myself to a larger window of possible rain by doing that. But it was a good chat. It was some locals had set up a trail magic table with hot dogs, chips, and chocolate chip cookies, and of all the things, I had to plate full of chips and a can of Coke, regular Coke. But yeah, they were enjoying the conversation, the details about through hiking and stuff. It was just some old local guys and some of their friends hanging out there. He said, I'm the first hiker he's had today, and he's been there a couple hours. But that yesterday he had like 20 people. And it did seem like there's a lot more people out yesterday. Hey, Froggy, sorry. Ooh, that's a pretty one. There, now I'm wearing the monk's cowl. I've got the hood kind of tucked under so it doesn't like just become a bucket for rainwater, but it's very light. It's probably not even worth it, except I want to keep my backpack superficially dry at least. We're on Blue Blaze, final approach to the AT hiker parking at the Lake Hebron parking lot to go into Monson. If I had to walk into Monson, this would also be the shortest route. It's like 2 miles from here. So it's 10 after 2. That's the second day in 3 days where I've banged out 14 miles in almost exactly the same amount of time. I'm walking out of Leapin Lena's to head over to Shaw's. Looking for the gear shop at Shaw's. They got like 3 houses in a row that are all part of the Shaw's compound. It's raining a little bit. I gotta figure out what to do for dinner. I'm hoping they'll have stuff at Shaw's that I can eat, like hiker meals or something. Good to go meals. looks like dinner is served.